You've been lied to, not by one person, not by one guru, by the entire architecture of what you think wealth looks like. The watches, the rooftop parties, the private jets on Instagram. That's not wealth. That's the costume of wealth, worn by people who need you to believe it, so you'll buy their course. Real wealth? Real generational dynasty level wealth? It looks like Tuesday morning at 5 a.m., a cup of coffee getting cold, a portfolio review you've done 47 times this year, an index fund contribution that's been automated for so long, you almost forgot it existed. That's it. That's the secret nobody has the courage to sell you. But here's what I need you to stay for. Because there's something buried inside that boredom, a mechanism, a psychological weapon that the ultra-wealthy have been using for generations while the rest of the world chases dopamine hits. I'm going to show you exactly what that mechanism is. And when you see it, I mean truly see it, you won't be bored anymore. You'll understand that what looked like emptiness was actually architecture. Stay with me. Let me describe your future if you actually commit to building wealth. Not the version they sold you, the real version. You're going to wake up before your friends, before your coworkers, before your notifications even start. And you're going to do the same thing you did yesterday. Review, adjust, contribute, repeat. Your Saturday nights will occasionally be spreadsheets when everyone else is at the bar. Your exciting investment idea will be a boring index fund that hasn't changed its strategy since 1976. You'll watch other people jump into crypto plays, meme stocks, the next hot thing, and you will not follow them. You'll watch them celebrate. You'll feel the pull. The FOMO will be physical. And then, 6 months later, you'll watch them explain why it didn't work out. Meanwhile, your boring portfolio just quietly ticked upward. No one retweeted it. No one made a YouTube thumbnail about it. It just worked. But here's the psychological trap nobody warns you about. The monotony doesn't just test your patience. It tests your identity. Because we are wired, evolutionarily, neurologically, culturally, to crave novelty, to need stimulation, to interpret boredom as a signal that we're doing something wrong. So when the wealth-building process feels flat and repetitive and anticlimactic, most people don't think this is working. They think this isn't working, and they quit. That's not a wealth problem. That's a wiring problem. Before I break down the system, I need to stop for just a second. Because right now, there are two types of people watching this video. The first group is already thinking about what they're going to watch next, already halfway out the door mentally. They'll go back to scrolling, back to waiting for something to happen to them. The average person scrolls past. The 1% takes action. If you are serious, not motivated on a Monday serious, but architect of your own dynasty serious, then you need to be subscribed right now. Hit the bell. Because what I'm building on this channel isn't content, it's a blueprint. The episodes ahead are going to reconstruct how you think about money, time, systems, and legacy, every single one. If you're still here, you've already separated yourself from the majority. Now let me give you what you came for. The mechanism I mentioned at the top of this video, here it is. 3 words, 3 pillars, the entire architecture of boring wealth. Pillar 1, compounding. Albert Einstein allegedly called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Whether he said it or not, it's true. Here's what compounding actually means at a psychological level. It means your early work is always working. Every dollar you invested 3 years ago didn't stop when you stopped thinking about it. It kept moving, kept multiplying, silently, invisibly. Compounding is patient in a way that human beings are not. That's the edge. The boring investor who contributes $500 a month for 30 years doesn't beat the market because they're smart. They beat the market because they refuse to stop. They refuse to be interesting. They refuse to make it a story. They just kept going. Pillar 2, systems. Wealthy people don't rely on motivation. Motivation is a weather pattern. It changes. It disappears on Wednesday afternoons when you're tired and your life feels small. Systems don't care how you feel. A system is a contribution set to auto-draft on the 1st of every month. A system is a rule. I do not touch this account until I'm 55. A system is a decision you make once, so you never have to make it again under pressure. Every time you automate a financial behavior, you remove one more opportunity for your emotional brain to sabotage your strategic brain. The wealthy aren't more disciplined than you in the moment. They've just engineered their lives so the moment rarely comes. Pillar 3, discipline. This is the one nobody wants to talk about because it doesn't have a hack. Discipline is the gap between your strategy and your execution, and it is paid for in boredom. Every time you don't touch the portfolio when the market drops 12%, that's discipline. Every time you don't inflate your lifestyle when your income jumps, that's discipline. Every time you choose the long game over the quick win, that's a deposit into an account that has no ticker symbol, but pays the highest returns of anything you'll ever own. Discipline is the price of Dynasty. You don't have to wait 30 years to feel this. Here are 3 things you can do in the next 24 hours that will activate the boring to billions system immediately. 1. Automate one financial contribution today, even $25. The amount is irrelevant. The behavior is the point. You're training your system to move without your permission. 2. Unfollow one financial entertainer who's never actually built wealth. They've just built an audience about wealth. Curate your inputs like your net worth depends on it, because it does. 3. Write down the one financial decision you keep almost making, but haven't. Not because you can't. Because the boring, correct version of that decision doesn't feel exciting enough. That's the one. Make it. These aren't tips. These are entry points into a completely different architecture of how you engage with money. The people who do all 3 today are already separating themselves from the version of themselves that started this video. I want you to consider something. Every boring financial habit you build isn't just about you. The index fund contribution you make today, that could be the tuition check that sends your grandchild to a university that hasn't been built yet. The lifestyle inflation you didn't give into this year, that's the emergency fund that keeps your family untouched when the next economic disruption arrives. The business you systematized instead of glamorized. That's the generational asset that outlives you by 50 years. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. He wasn't writing for applause. He was writing for architecture. That's what boring looks like at the level of legacy. It looks like a man alone at a desk, building something that will outlast him. It looks like refusal to be distracted, refusal to perform, refusal to shrink the timeline of your ambition to fit someone else's attention span. The boring work is the sacred work, because nobody else is willing to do it. And that is precisely why it works. Here's your ultimatum. Not from me. From mathematics. From time. From the compounding engine that doesn't care about your feelings or your timeline. You can keep chasing the exciting version of wealth, the version that feels like something, that looks like something. And 10 years from now, you will still be chasing it. Or you can accept the radical, almost offensive simplicity of what actually works. The boring system, the automated contribution, the unclicked notification, the long position held during the panic. And 10 years from now, you'll be the quiet one in the room, the one nobody can read, the one with no story to tell at the party, because your story is in a portfolio, not a punchline. Share your boring money habit in the comments below. the one that's quietly paying off that nobody talks about. Let's normalize the unsexy truth of real wealth building. And if this video gave you even one genuine shift in perspective, subscribe. Not for me. For the next version of yourself who will look back and be grateful you made a decision on a random Tuesday. The system wants you complacent. They want you distracted, entertained, and just comfortable enough to stay exactly where you are. If you refuse to be a statistic, and you are ready to build your dynasty, welcome to the resistance.